Hey, welcome back. Have you ever felt the feeling of being overwhelmed? What exactly is overwhelmed? I'll tell you, fundamentally, overwhelmed is not about the amount of things or the number of things that you have to do. Overwhelmed is really about not knowing where to start to get things done. We live in this day and age, we live in this world where multitasking, like I'm doing right now, driving and talking. Multitasking is a norm rather than an exception. But the truth is that a human being can really only do one thing at a time. Now what we do is we jump from one thing to one thing to one thing to one thing, but fundamentally we're only doing one thing at a time. It's like in the old days of the computers when multitasking became an actual term that we would use. The processor's ability to multitask had to do with queuing up particular tasks in rotation and doing one thing and then doing something else while that one thing finished and doing this while this thing finished. You know, being able to divert the attention that you were focused on. But at the end of the day, you can only do one thing at a time, or your mind can only focus on one thing at a time. So when you end up in that situation of feeling overwhelmed, here's what I say to you. Wash a spoon. This comes from wisdom that one of my uncles gave me years ago. He had come to visit and my sink was full of dishes. And he's like, man, you know, get those dishes done. And I'm like, man, I don't feel like it. I'll get to it later. And he's like, just wash one spoon. And here's where the logic is. Whether you feel like doing something or don't feel like doing something, you're still doing something. You might not be doing the thing that you need to do, but you're doing something. So, you know, you're sitting there, I don't want to wash the dishes, I'm gonna play a video game. So instead of looking at the overwhelming task of washing the dishes, let's wash one spoon. And what happens? Well, you're already there, you wash one spoon, you see another spoon. So wash another spoon. And then this continues and continues and continues because you're only doing one thing at a time. Rather than looking at the overwhelming task of doing the dishes, let's just do one dish. Let's just turn on the water, do one thing. And before you know it, you'll have everything done and you won't be overwhelmed because you're focusing on one thing at a time. That's how we work best as humans. Well, please like, share, comment, and follow. And I look forward to seeing you soon.